this is Kate at the Library of Whispers, and today I am going to continue with this series looking at the origins of London street names. Now, if you've missed any of my other videos, I will put links in the description so you can check them out. So last time we were looking at Hatton Garden. Today we're up to Holborn. So let's find out about Holborn, and you can see it here on the top of the map. The name Holborn probably comes from the fact that the area was a hollow bourne or brook for the nearby River Fleet. Holborn is first mentioned around 959 in a charter of Westminster Abbey by King Edgar. It references the old wooden church of St Andrew. The cartographer William Shepherd, in his Plan of London from around 1300, labels the fleet as Holborn as it passes to the east of St Andrew's Church. Alternatively, 16th century historian John Stowe instead attributes the name to the Old Bourne for Old Brook, a small stream which he believed ran into the Fleet at Holborn Bridge, a structure lost when the river was culverted in 1732. In the 18th century, Holborn was home to the infamous Mother Clapp's Molly House, an early sort of gay bar. 22 inns or taverns were recorded here in the 1860s, and the Holborn Empire, originally Weston's Music Hall, operated between 1860 housed or otherwise to show activities before the king and states of the realm. Less romantically, it has also been suggested it was merely called Ryder Street, and that night was a later addition. Much of the area was demolished during the construction of Queen Victoria Street in 1867, Leicester Square is named after Robert Sidney, 2nd Earl of Leicester, who purchased 4 acres of land from St. Martin's Field in 1630. The Earl constructed a large house, Leicester House, at the northern end, with the area in front of the house enclosed. This resulted in the removal of what had formerly been common land, and inhabitants of St. Martin in the Fields parish appealed to King Charles I. The king appointed members of the Privy Council to arbitrate, with the result that Leicester was ordered to keep a designated part of his land, initially known as Leicester Field and later Leicester Square, open for the parishioners. By the late 18th century, Leicester Square had declined in status and served as a venue for popular entertainments. Leicester House itself became home to a museum of natural curiosities called the Hollow Fusicon in the 1780s and was demolished in the early 1790s. By the 19th century, Leicester Square was well established as an entertainment venue, with amusements including Wilde's Great Globe, built for the Great Exhibition of 1851, and housing a giant-scale map of the earth. The Alhambra, a large theatre built in 1854, dominated the site, joined in 1884 by the Empire Theatre of Varieties. In 1874, Albert Grant purchased the outstanding freeholds in the area and donated the garden to the Metropolitan Board of Works. The title passed to the succeeding public bodies and is now in the ownership of the City of Westminster. Leicester Square in 1750, looking north. In this image, the large house behind a forecourt at the north-east corner is Leicester House. Lombard Street. And here is Lombard Street. Lombard Street has its origins in one of the main Roman roads of Londinium. It was later part of land granted by King Edward I, 1272 to 1307, to the goldsmiths from Lombardy in northern Italy. By the 12th century, the Lombard traders had made this street their centre. The neighbourhood was the gathering place of moneylenders and goldsmiths who settled here in large numbers in the reign of Edward II, 1307 to 1327. The traders used as their emblem 3 golden balls, and this emblem is still the sign of moneylenders in London. Lombard Street remains a principal bank quarter. The street has a number of colourful signs hanging outside some of the buildings, depicting organisations and buildings once located on the street. Lloyd's Coffee House, which was the origin of the insurance market, Lloyd's of London, moved to Lombard Street in 1691. From 1678 to 1829, the post office's headquarters were also on Lombard Street, with its former location evident in the name of Post Office Court. Such was the reputation of this area for merchant banking and insurance industries that Karl Marx mentions the confused ideas of Lombard Street in Das Kapital, and several related businesses, and you can see the plaque here. London Bridge. Here is London Bridge. There have been many bridges over the years, broadly in this same place. The name London Bridge is mentioned about the year 975. The first stone bridge was begun in 1176 and completed in 1209. The current crossing opened to traffic in 1973. It replaced a 19th century stone arched bridge, now in America, at Lake Havasu City, Arizona, which in turn superseded a 600-year-old medieval structure. Until Putney Bridge opened in 1729 and Westminster Bridge in 1738, London Bridge was the only road crossing of the Thames downstream of Kingston upon Thames, although numerous ferry crossings existed. Until the 1660s, the severed and spiked heads of executed criminals and traitors were displayed above the Southwark Gatehouse at the southern end of the bridge. The nature of the older bridge, which had many wooden buildings on it, made it a fire hazard. In 1212, a fire broke out on both ends of the bridge, trapping many people in the middle. During Wat Tyler's peasant revolt of 1381 and Jack Cade's rebellion of 1450, numerous houses on the bridge were burnt, and in 1633 a major fire destroyed the northern third of the bridge, although this was ironically to help form an unintended fire break that prevented further damage to the bridge during the Great Fire of London in 1666. Here it is. London Wall. Here is London Wall. This road marks part of the site of the old Roman or city wall, which began at the Tower of London and followed the present Minories, Houndsditch, London Wall to Newgate, and ran along Old Bailey to Ludgate and the Thames. It denoted the northern boundary of the City of London. The main gates into the city were located at Aldgate, Bishopsgate, Aldersgate, Cripplegate, Newgate and Ludgate. A fragment of the old wall is preserved in the churchyard of All Hallows on the Wall, London Wall, and other remains can be found elsewhere around the city. The land to the north of this part of the wall was a marsh or fen, from which the names of Fensbury, Finsbury, and Moorgate in this area derive. The marsh was originally a major obstacle to the expansion of London northwards, and in part may account for the growth of London westwards. In olden times, inhabitants of the city used to play on the ice when the great fen or moor, which watered the walls of the city, was frozen in winter. Over successive generations, the fen was gradually drained and made into hard ground, making it suitable for development and inhabitation. There are a few remains of the Roman wall visible in the grounds of the Museum of London and the Barbican Estate. The Romans constructed the first wall in about AD 200, creating the foundation of the later city wall. destroyed 460 streets, 89 churches and 13,200 houses. The monument, erected between 1671 and 77, is 202 feet high and is located 202 feet from the source of the fire in Pudding Lane. 311 winding steps of black marble lead to the top, from which there are good views over the city. The plaque on the south base of the monument states, "London rises again, whether with greater speed or greater magnificence is doubtful. 3 short years complete that which was considered the work of an age." The inscriptions estimated 3 years to rebuild the destroyed city was rather optimistic, with around 25 years passing before it had entirely been rebuilt. An earlier inscription contained the false allegations of Titus Oates, who had blamed Roman Catholics for starting the Great Fire, in order for carrying on the horrid plot for the extirpating the Protestant and Old English liberty and introducing popery and slavery. It would be hard to miss Wren's monument to the Great Fire at the junction of Monument Street and Fish Street Hill. It's worth climbing the steps to enjoy the views over London from the public gallery, some 160 feet up. The gallery was once open, but after several incidents it was caged. In 1750, for example, William Green, a weaver, leaned over an open balcony to watch an eagle, lost his balance, and fell to his death. Take care. This is the monument. Moorgate. Here is Moorgate. Moorgate was originally a postern built by the Romans in the London Wall. It was only turned into one of the city gates in the 15th century by Thomas Falconer, a mayor in 1415. It led out to the moor or fenland outside the wall and enabled citizens to walk upon causeways towards Islington or Islington. The old Moor Gate was restored in 1472 and rebuilt in 1672, but finally taken down in 1762. Its name now survives as one of the major streets in the City of London. The Moorfields provided some of the last open land in the City of London and were divided into 3 areas: the Moorfields, just inside the city boundaries, north of Bethlehem Royal Hospital, Europe's oldest psychiatric hospital, and Middle and Upper Moorfields, open fields to the north. use as an orphanage and place of correction for wayward women. By 1556, part of it had become a jail, known as Bridewell Prison, closing in 1855, and eventually being demolished by 1864. The name Bridewell, used as a nickname for a police station or prison, derives from here. The nearby street, named Watergate, supposedly marks where the palace's precincts met the rivers Fleet and Thames. The plaque on Newbridge Street commemorating the former Bridewell Palace is here. Newgate Street. Here is Newgate Street. The street takes its name from Newgate, one of the original 7 gates of the London Wall around the City of London, and one of the 6 gates of Roman times, as early as the 12th century, and in common with other gates, such as Lud Gate. The gate was used as a prison for debtors and felons. The gate lent its name to the notorious Newgate Prison, now occupied by the Central Criminal Court on Old Bailey. Newgate itself was demolished in 1767, but the prison remained in use until 1902, some 700 years after its establishment in 1188 on the orders of King Henry II. Newgate Execution Bell is in the Church of St. Sepulchre, without Newgate. The handbell is displayed under glass in the church, alongside the rhyme that was read to prisoners. Captain John Smith, the first governor of the state of Virginia, USA, is buried in the south aisle of the church. Smith sailed to America in the Little Ships in 1607, where he was captured by Native Americans and freed by Princess Pocahontas. At the back of nearby Amon Court, it is possible to see part of the wall of the old Newgate prison, behind which is the narrow passageway nicknamed the Graveyard. And here is a picture. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. We will start the next episode with Oxford Street. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Kate at the Library of Whispers saying I shall see